Hi, I'm Grace, and I want to talk about setting goals, why it can be so difficult. So sometimes we've set goals and we haven't achieved them, so we've just given up and we just don't set goals anymore. And the reason that this happens is because we try and set too many goals at once. So if you've got to the 31st of December and you set all these amazing goals for how you're going to change your life the following year, and then you get to January 15 and it's all out the window. I spoke last time about how our brain gets so overwhelmed it shuts down. So what we need to do is we need to lessen the reins on expectations that we have on ourselves to get stuff done. So in the planner, it talks about, if you're setting personal goals, I always teach them to break it down. So we're trying to change everything at once, it doesn't work. So, how does your body feel? How does your head feel? Your finances, heart, soul, relationships. What do you like and not like about them? Then we look at now, where do you want to go? So body, mind, finance, soul, relationships. When you're looking at where you are, what that does is it actually shows you what's going on for you right now. So I can say to you, how are you? And you say, I'm fine. But when I say, how's your head? How's your heart? How's your relationships? You're like, this is okay. That's not okay. This is okay. But it breaks it down and it shows you that this area of your life is okay, but this area is probably something that we need to work on. So instead of trying to change everything at once, we go, you know what, that's pretty good. So I'll just give myself a tick, a boost of confidence. Not everything is actually down the toilet. There's a few things in my life that are really well. Then the now which way section is, where do you want to go? What do you want those areas of your life to look like? So what this does is it shows you where you've come from, what baggage you might be holding, what you need to let go of, and what you can keep, and what you want to change moving forward. And then what would it look like for you to get there? What that means is you're actually going, if I set these intentions for my life, how would I feel? So we can see what it would mean for you, and then your heart and your head start to then process that feeling and then start to work towards it. And then what I get people to do is just take one thing from each area and say, right, for the next 12 months, I'm just going to focus on getting my diet right. I'm not going to try and get my diet right, get my exercise right, get my yoga right, get my everything. And then I'm also going to work on my head and not using social media. And then I'm going to fix all my relationships. And then I'm going to sort all my finances out. That's too much. Your brain won't cope and you don't cope with it. And the other thing that is each day things happen in your life that shift or stop us or change direction. So these things don't happen not because you don't want them to happen, but because you might be expecting them to happen too soon. So what you want to do is kind of step back and go, you know what? I want to fix this area of my life over the next 12 months. So for example, I got to a 72 kilos. Now that's big for me. It's not for everyone else, but it wasn't. For 12 months, whenever I looked in the mirror and said, I'm too fat, or I don't fit into these jeans, or this looks gross on me, I said, I am 64 kilos. Anytime I looked in the mirror, anytime I tried on clothes and said something negative about myself, I am this. I am 64 kilos. After a year, I didn't do anything different except say that. And then guess what? I was 64 kilos. So what that means is I set the intentions in my brain and then I followed it up with affirmations. And this is really important when you're trying to set goals. You can't just go out and set a goal. You've actually got to just relax because there's so much other stuff going on. And then you've got to go, you know what, in 12 months time or 5 years time, this is what I want my life to look like. So if you want to set a new goal, think about what is one thing that you can change today that your future self could thank you for. Enjoy!